Good evening, everybody.
Hey, this is.
I feel like I haven't been back in a while.
What was the last show you did? Did we do it together? We have a guest. I don't.
We
have Sam Narani.
Yes, and I popped in for a little bit.
That's right. You're unplanned. It was just gonna be Sam on Sam jokes, and then it got to be out of control, and you had to come reel everybody back in, which we wish more people in Texas were reeling stuff in. My name is Sam Slade. This is my wonderful, brilliant, the heart of Weirdos at Home, Tara Brown, and boy, do we have a good one for you guys tonight. It's kind of a two-parter. This is kind of the part two of today's episode of Critical and Thinking with Ty Barnett and Ian Harris. And Ian was traveling. Godspeed, sir. We just did some of that. And I guest co-hosted for Ian, and Ty and I talked, what the hell's going on in Texas.
And I was crying in the bedroom.
Our special guest, our very special guest, Ty Barnett, ladies and gentlemen. Find him, follow him. He's hilarious. Dude,
how you guys doing?
Like we were saying, we're doing 2-a-days today, you and I. This time we have a female voice. Everyone's taking their medicine. Everyone's ready to go. Now, I want to get back to the conversation we were having right before the show started.
Okay.
So now Ty was talking about what's going on in Texas, and you said you're quite upset as far as.
It's been a rough couple days.
Well, explain to the folks what got passed.
If you're not aware, several things. One of them being the most strict anti-abortion law that this country's seen in probably about 50 years.
Since Roe v. Wade.
It is baffling people across this country as to what is going on and how this happened.
Biden made a statement.
And the women are mad. Now, I'd like to ask, where were most of these women when the voting was happening to maybe stop this course of action? And I wish we were a little bit less reactionary about it right now, because like the memes are funny, the jokes are the coat hanger in the shape of Texas. We can LOL at that, but we shouldn't have been here in the first place. So that's number one. Number two, I'm now really afraid to go outside because if you're over the age of 21 now, you don't have to have a permit for a gun. You can just carry one. What else? When it is election time, so our next big election is going to be in November 2022, we now have some of the most severe suppressive voting laws in this country.
Since Jim Crow.
Yeah, and it's mostly targeting people of color, lower income people.
Women of color.
Women of color.
Not these guys.
Yeah.
Not these guys.
So that's just to name a few. But I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. We also got, you can buy beer before noon on Sunday now.
Oh, we did it. We did it, Texas. That's not good enough.
Texas is like, look, you can get as drunk as you want, but everything else we control.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me. Like I was saying before we started broadcasting, how are you not mad at this, even as a Republican woman? Like how are you not, how doesn't this scare the shit out of you that someone that you don't know from the very top of the legislative branch of Texas government to literally a fucking Uber driver is in control of your body? That should freak people out, because, and you're right, women are mad now, but where was this before? Where was this when we kept telling people, yo, you need to get to the ballot box.
Yeah.
You need to be more vocal. No, what did a lot of people say? Oh man, come on, dude, just tell jokes. Why you gotta do this? Man, come on, ain't nothing we can really do about it anyway. How bad can it get?
Yeah.
And
the answer is fucking bad.
This is bananas.
Bad. I think a lot of it is sheer stupidity and just ignorance. I think a lot of it is
racism.
If you're a conservative woman, I think your mindset is not in this century, honestly. I think your mindset is still stuck maybe in the 20th or maybe even the 19th century.
1950 kind of.
I think a lot of those women are fine with men making those decisions, and have been and probably will be till the day that they can't make those decisions anymore.
But that's what trips me out, because I'm like, how does it literally have to affect you personally for you to understand how
Yeah.
dangerous that is? Because again, it doesn't affect dudes. I posted this earlier. I was like, if dudes could get pregnant, they would get abortions would be available at the halftime of Super Bowl games.
Yeah.
You can, it's like it'd be that easy. You know, you get them at gun rallies and shit. That's how easy you could get them.
That is absolutely true.
I just don't understand what it is going to take for people to be mad collectively enough for these lawmakers to be like, all right, man, I guess we've gone too far.
Well, somehow I want to throw it here as the token white guy of this broadcast is don't pick up that mug like that, flashing that Wonder Woman logo at me like that.
Now, after yesterday, now I know why these bitches went to an island and don't want anybody else out there.
That's a fucking great bit.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
Well, what I was going to point out earlier, we got wrapped up talking Chicago movies on Ty's show earlier this afternoon, but you know, we still have the 49th lowest voter turnout rate in the country. So if we could put up candidates who were exciting enough as, say, as exciting as Fast and Furious 15 or even 9, we would get turnout. And we saw that with Beto, and we saw that with Wendy. But when we put up a Lupe, or we put up, you know, middle of the road Aaron's Wiener or whatever, riding somebody's coattails, it's not going to happen. But the folks who do the work, like James Tellerico, like Cheryl Cole, we get it done. You have to give them a reason to vote. And just to expect that everybody's going to know, well, that's the right thing to do, I'm going to go vote for Bill Miller or whatever. We can't, not the Bill Miller. He's an awful Trumper. You don't want to eat barbecue there. But we got to get turnout going, because turnout will only work for us. It helps us. And that's why they want to make the voting law. It's all together, guys.
Exactly. That's why they, and here's what really trips me out. And this is what really should be a slap in the face, or how they should see it as a slap in the face to the average conservative Republican voter or whatever. Republicans don't even bother creating legislation to make you legit want to vote for them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like they don't do, like, if I was a Republican and I'm like, you know what, man, you know, we literally could do the same thing that Democrats do. We could make things better for the people. And instead of doing that, they're like, that just seems so fucking, fuck it.
That's a lot of work. That's so much work.
Yeah.
Let's just take away their ability to vote. And if I was a Republican voter, I'd be like, well, wait a minute, bro. I mean, I may hate Democrats, but I do want affordable health care. I mean, I may hate Democrats, but I still want to make sure that I can retire at a decent age. I still want that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but they don't. It's weird that they all they got to do is see a D or R in front of somebody's name, hear trigger words, and these motherfuckers will literally vote against themselves. That's the most banana-ist thing I've ever fucking, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I don't like somebody, but they have policies in place that will help me versus someone who, you know, says this, I gotta go with the person who is going to give me the thing that is gonna help me have a better life. Even if you like I'm a Bulls fan and a Miami Heat fan. If you telling me that the fucking Boston, if you telling me that the Boston Celtics, you know, or the Detroit Pistons have the better restaurants and better chefs, guess what? I'm gonna eat where the Detroit players, because they got the better option, even though I love Chicago. So when I see that's not happening, to what you said earlier, Sam, is that yes, they need exciting candidates. But you don't think that these people are looking at what whoever the candidate is and what they're offering and looking and saying, okay, well, they may not be the most exciting, but they are better than this person. Why do you think they aren't doing that?
I think, number one, we've had horrific, pathetic leadership in our state Democratic Party for about 2 decades now. We're more interested in trying to follow national trends to impress the national party than to do what we need to do here to win. Yeah. You know, when Beto ran and got within 2 points, 2.5, 3 points of Ted Cruz, that was a campaign run and managed by Beto. Yeah. The Texas Democratic Party had nothing to do with it. But then when it's their time to put up a candidate, I said it on social media, They're checking boxes for diversity in the spirit of only saying, look, we're with you on diversity.
Mhm.
Now, like what Ty told me earlier this afternoon, at some point we're going to have to play to win.
Yeah.
We can't afford just to play to get the participant trophy in Little League. We're going to have to play to win. Otherwise, we will have Handmaid's Tale. We will have the Texas Taliban. And it's important. You don't have to be, believe it or not, James Tellerico, who's a state rep here that Tara went to high school. I keep bringing him up. You know, he probably, I'm going to go out on a limb. He's probably a nerd in high school.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But
what I'm saying is, Ty, he has got more bipartisan legislation done as a 34-year-old in the Texas State House last session than any other legislator has gotten done in fucking years.
Mhm.
So do you want
He,
guys
like,
to get it done?
he wanted to walk the perimeter of his district and walked himself into like a diabetic coma almost. That's how dedicated he is.
And then he got an insulin bill passed.
Yeah.
And then he got an eviction moratorium passed. I mean, he's getting stuff done.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be working with him if he didn't have game. And we're going to have to black, white, yellow, brown, I mean, just purple. You're going to have to vote for the guy who can, or girl, or woman who can get stuff done. We got to vote for guys who can get stuff done.
And that's why, you know, the frustration and anger you feel should be a universal feeling across the board.
Yeah.
Even not just statewide, but across the country, because I don't know if they honestly feel like it won't come for them, or if they don't know what's happening. Like, I'm like, how do you not, like, how can you turn on the TV? I mean, aside from Fox or Newsmax or some shit like that, I don't know, and not know that Texas literally is setting shit back 50 years right now. They did it today or yesterday, set shit back 50 years.
Well, and that's been Ty, 50 years is being polite.
Yeah, it's true. I just don't understand what it's going to take for enough of people. And we said this earlier, Sam, is that, you know, they know as long as we're fighting against each other, they know we're not focused on what they're doing, or we don't care enough to what they're doing.
We're busy fighting each other.
Exactly. So, because it's easier for us to get at each other than it is for us to get at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can find you, if you and I, if any of us disagree, I can find your social media pages and like, I can do that. But they know I can't get to them the same way. So they want us to spend time doing the easiest thing, which is arguing amongst ourselves or fighting amongst ourselves, while they literally take the shit away from you that you think the other person is taking away from you. And it's weird because they're not even being covert with it. That's one of the scariest things about it. They're not even being covert with it now. They're like, here you go.
In your face.
And
here it is.
It's no coincidence that, you know, this legislative session that occurred entirely during a pandemic, this is the legislative session that they were able to pass these horrific laws.
That's right.
Because we're all distracted by arguing with the lady at CVS about whether she should be wearing a mask or not, or arguing with your mother about whether she should be taking livestock medicine to.
We did that.
Stacking milk crates.
Or stacking milk crates. So,
you're not a cow. Don't take this.
I think unfortunately a lot of people are so fatigued and exhausted over the past 18 months that they are just heads in the sand. You know, it's when I pay attention, it's nothing good. So why should I pay attention anymore?
I know.
I can watch TikTok 8 hours a day and be just fine.
And you're right, which is what's sad, is because you're right. But I have to, this is where I'm like, all right, being in the military, like you're taught, you know, the mission is the mission. You got to get the mission done, period. You're not going to want to fight the mission all the time, but you got to fight the mission. It is what it is. There'd be times when we would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and not want to train, but we'd have to go train. And once you finish training and you see how your body is, and then you see how your discipline has become stronger, and you're now on autopilot and you know how to finish the mission just like that. When it comes to this type of thing, psychological warfare and all, because that's what it is, it's psychological biological warfare at this point. The people who aren't built for this are the ones that keep letting the rest of us down.
Yes.
Because I don't, believe me, and you know this, bro, I would love to where I didn't even have to think about this shit. I would love if I didn't have to think about this type of stuff. And to be honest with you, Tara, it doesn't affect, Texas doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. I live in California and I'm a dude. It doesn't affect me. You see what I'm saying? But I know what the ramifications of this means long term. So I'm in the fight with you. I'm in the fight with Sam. I'm in the fight with you guys because I know the mission has to get completed. And yes, there's fatigue. Yes, there's a lot of fucking information coming at you, but this is what they're banking on, you giving up.
Yes.
They're banking on that.
Yes.
So at some point we got to be stronger than the fucking monster, because the monster is just gonna keep monstering.
I will say I have seen just personally a lot of people in my circle
Women
who
of color.
normally have never been involved in things like this, politics.
Dewan.
Yeah, Dewan.
I gave an
I'm
example.
sorry. We have to mention Dewan by name every show.
No, I know. Because he is my sidekick, but
but I have noticed, and this is a silver lining the past year, especially during the election. It's good to see them more involved. It's good to see them realize that this isn't some abstract idea in DC that doesn't really affect you. Like, this directly affects
tomorrow.
What's going to happen. It may not happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen 6 months from now. It's going to happen in the next, local session or whatever. So it's good to see that. I think that's we're asking the question, like, what's it going to take? What's it going to take? I hope that similar thing is happening in lots of circles around, and that when it comes time, that those numbers add up enough to make a difference. Because the Senate race with Beto, I know for sure I can name at least 5 people off the top of my head that didn't vote in that election.
Yeah. And if you take your 5 and multiply your 5 times 4, that number adds up over
and so on, and they tell 2 friends,
exactly.
And they tell 2 friends.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
But
so
real quick, Ty, tell him about, you have a friend who teaches public school.
Yeah.
Tell that story about the what was it, 4 kids?
So, I mean, I know a few teachers here in Texas, and if y'all are not aware, our governor has said that, which is in the cruelest irony Alanis Morissette could ever think of. His main argument against masks is it's everyone's personal body to protect or not protect. The government should not interfere with medical stuff in your body. That's your choice.
Unless it comes to a baby.
Unless you slut, you got knocked up.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Ty, you dirty whore.
Oh my goodness.
It's not going to protect Texas anymore if we have abortions and dead babies.
Meanwhile, music festival, capital of the world, come out, do some acid, and just make out with whoever.
When the child is in your body still.
So you guys are soul brother and sister right here.
When the child is actually living and walking around and needs to go to school, then it doesn't matter.
I said the same
they
thing.
Don't give no fucks. They don't give any fucks.
I have a teacher friend who not only was stressing in her hair falling out leading up to the first day of school, because last year she taught entirely virtual, and this year they're like, no, we're doing it, we're going for it. After, let's see, school's been in session 2 weeks, almost exactly.
2 weeks.
She texted me earlier this week and said she had 4 kids in her class that were able to come to school because the rest are either sick with COVID or were exposed to it and have to quarantine.
But this is in Austin. This isn't in the boonies.
No,
this is in Austin, in town.
She works
in the city,
in one of like the inner city schools, like usually swimming with kids.
You gotta. Again, it comes back to the common sense of the parent at that point. Like, you really don't see a problem with these people not wanting to protect your child. Like that. That's weird. Like, as a parent, it's. I don't even know how to say that without wanting to punch something. I don't even understand that. That's weird as fuck to me. you are not thinking, you have no problem with the people telling you that you can't protect your child. If you walked, here's what's crazy about that. If you walked up to that same person that has no problem with them getting rid of mask mandates to protect their child, if you walked up with that person with a dirty fucking rag where you wipe the fucking ground with, and you say, hey, let me wipe your kid's face with this. And they're like, stop, don't put that on my kid's face. You would know immediately, you don't put that around my kid because I don't want my kid to get sick. So why would you not apply that same logic to them saying, well, someplace they got to be 4 or 5 hours a day around other kids?
7 hours a day here in Texas. I don't know how you guys.
God damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Public school day, 7 hours a day here.
Oh, that's right. Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Why do you think I quit going in junior year, Ty? That's a lot. That's half my damn day.
Hilarious. But that's so I don't, it's weird that their logic flies out of the window. But again, it flies out of the window because the tribalism, they've been given the key buzzwords: Democrat, socialism, mandates, your freedoms. They're going to take all of that. Meanwhile, yes, speaking of freedoms, you no longer have the freedom to have a child or not have a child if you want to. Anyway, back to mask. So it's crazy that it's been this easy. And here's what a lot of people need to fear: the fact that it is this easy. Because you can think they're not coming for you if you want to, but as soon as they see how easily they can make you be okay with taking shit from other people and yourself, they're going to take your shit. Mm-hmm. They eventually will. And I don't know what, it's weird. Like, it's almost like if you have a house and you say, well, okay, I want to protect the house. I want to get a security system for the house. I want the security system to protect all of this. And then they say, okay, we totally agree with that. Yes, you should have the freedom to protect your home. Okay, cool, because I want to put a lock on the front door and the back door. No, you can't lock the door.
But Ty, when you do that, that impacts my freedom to just walk into your home.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what you mean? I just can't walk into the fucking house?
Walk in and just fridge raid? What the fuck?
You know, so the fact that they don't get this, it's I don't know who, and sometimes I don't know who to blame. I really don't. Because the lawmakers, to be honest with you, because the lawmakers are really just doing what they're allowed to do.
Voters want them to do.
It's circular. Yeah. It's a snake eating.
That's really what it is. I don't
know where to start with it, because I am like, I'm angry. I'm very angry. I'm gonna be honest with our viewers. I was very depressed today.
You were down and out, dude.
Sam had to put in.
I had to go full Danny Tanner today. I was raising all 3 animals by myself today, and I didn't have an Uncle Joey to go, have mercy.
I spent more time in bed than I did out of bed today. And I thought a lot, and I am mad at.
By the way, you work for a nonprofit that works on getting mental health benefits to children and adults across Texas.
Yes.
So it's not like you're some armchair quarterback.
Yes. Which, on a totally unrelated note, we're currently in a battle because another bill passed where it's taking away a huge chunk of grant funding that
federal grant.
Yes, that would have been dispersed from the border up to Oklahoma, all over Texas.
I wasn't going to do this tonight.
They did it. They made the announcement a month before the fiscal year ends. So everyone's scrambling.
Look, folks, no malarkey, all right? Hey, this is curious, okay? Hey, come on, hey. How are you, huh?
Not well, Joe.
Hey, we're going to get through it, okay, together, guys. Hey.
But while I was laying in bed, I thought a lot about it, and I am mad at Abbott. I am mad at, Cruz,
Cornyn.
But you know who else I'm mad at? The people that
our fellow Texans, who are sleeping,
that weren't paying attention and weren't listening and weren't voting and just playing Candy Crush instead. And
that comes from an avid Candy Crush player.
I can be responsible with it.
She's like the cream of Candy Crush. So don't take that.
I get in and I get out. I do my game and then I get out. That's what I do.
Which then added to my melancholy, because then I'm like, well, that's what they want. They want me to be mad at him. But
you can't be mad
with each other.
Can't be mad at Sam.
Further we're distracted and don't pay attention even more. So internal struggle.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes because you feel like you really, there are times where you just want to, just hope shit works out the way it's supposed, in a good way. And it is exhausting. Like I would often get like people who would, DM me in my Facebook page and be like, Ty, I really think you're funny and everything, man, but man, why do you got to talk about politics and stuff? And I'm like, one, because it affects me. I'm a Black man in America who has kids in America, and you don't think I should you think I should just tell jokes when I actually see what the fuck is happening in the world? I don't tell jokes 24/7. I only tell jokes for like 20 to 45 minutes a night. The rest of the time I have to actually be in the fucking world.
And you got to raise your daughter, and you got to
raise my kids,
and you got to get through life.
You see what I'm saying? So, but when people say that, and here's what's crazy about it, the people who say that to you, check who says that to you, because they're either one of two things, either part of the problem, or they don't know it's a problem, or they don't care that it's a problem. It's one of those three. Yeah. No one will ever say that to you. That is part of who is being targeted. Not a single one of them will say that to you. And anyone that comes and says, well, oh, come on, you guys, why do you guys care about this type of stuff? It's not like it really matters.
Oh, dude, Ty, you have to know how many times over the years I've gotten in relationships, friendships, family relationships. It's always political with you, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah. Because it doesn't bug them. It doesn't bug them because to them, they're just like, I just don't get, hold on 2 seconds. Yes, I just sent it. I got a call and I had to send it. But I don't, there's a part of me that wishes that I could just do that, just tell jokes and not even really think about it. But every day, and you guys know this, every day there's something that you want to not think about, but you have to think about it because look, like this one thing here, the ripple effect of women not being able to get abortions means that it's going to travel across to another state. There's going to be a legal procedure.
Laws.
All of that. They're going to come and see how easily it was done with Texas, and then they're going to say, okay, let's try it in another red state. Let's try it in another state. And pretty soon, it's going to be to where you really. I know we joked about Handmaid's Tale, but that's what it's going to be. Now, here's what's crazy. As a dude, I really could just be like, all right. Good luck, bitches.
Right? Yeah, you're married. You could be like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. Does it, but
it's not right.
It's not right. And that's what they hope people do. They hope people do that says, hey, don't talk about politics. They hope that the rest of us are that way. And they're like, no. We shouldn't be that way because the reason why stuff is getting more messed up is because you got more people either silent or not paying attention.
Right.
And we have to reverse this process. I mean, look at the climate, bro. Look, they had a tornado in Jersey. A tornado in Jersey.
But we had.
Hey, the wind over here.
Oh, fucking Sandy Koufax. Oh, yeah. I mean, Ty, I said this to you earlier, but I don't know that Tara and I have gotten over the damn freeze where we didn't have running water for 2 weeks.
Everyone else seems to have forgotten about it.
I think that was right. The plan was to buckshot, keep making things worse, so nobody brought up 900 deaths due to no electricity.
We were at a social function not too long ago, and it was just small talk. Somebody mentioned the freeze, and it was like we were playing password or something. Like, you don't say that. You don't mention that.
Oh my God.
And it's like, why not? Why is that faux pas?
Because that dude, that dude is going to do it again. He's going to do it again. If you forget it, he's going to do it again. He's going to leave you high and dry.
You know what's going to help him do it again? The $20 million he got in contributions from the electric company.
Mm-hmm. See, you see what I'm saying, bro? And I know, and I meant to bring this up earlier, that whatever that law was, I think it was the Supreme Court, they shot it down to where you couldn't find out who these people were that were contributing to these campaigns. And that's a huge deal. That's a huge, and see, now here's one, that's one of those things that people will be like, I mean, really, man, does it really matter where the money comes from?
It does.
What?
Who's paying
yes.
You? Who's paying you? Right.
It does fucking matter. That's like saying, hey man, look, bro, I just want to get the Death Star built. Okay. Yes, the money is coming from Darth Vader. And what's your fucking point?
You're worried about the wrong stuff, man. We're just trying to get the Death Star built.
That's it, bro. And man, don't start in with that Force shit. I get it. BLM. I got it. I got it. All forces matter. All forces matter.
We've got all forces matter.
All forces matter, bro.
Oh, Ty, we're probably gonna be in our vows. You're gonna be officiating. I'm gonna hunt you down. Now we've done politics this afternoon. We've done it tonight. We're not in a good place, so let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something.
Right.
I wanted Tara check out Critical and Thank You from Today. Ty and I went through our top 5, which was damn near impossible. Top 5 movies set in Chicago. The only thing I can walk away with it that is, that we all agree on is Ty and I both agreed. Number 1 is the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
That was our big
hands down.
That was top pick. That was LeBron, the GOAT. So Tara walked into the living room, said,
don't think, hey Sam, don't think I didn't notice that you tried to slide that little LeBron GOAT past me. I did notice that, bro. Don't think I did
notice that. By taking my Lakers shirt off before we did your show, okay?
Okay, so yes.
LeBron fan, but it's now because he's a Laker.
I don't have a choice.
You don't talk about LeBron.
He's going
I can't let you.
Space Jam got me.
Jordan might be a shitty human being, but I can't let you blaspheme on his greatness.
Oh, no. Jordan's a GOAT. I debated among myself if The Last Dance could be considered in this list. How obsessed I was with
it was good. It was good.
The scenes inside Michael Jordan's original house that looked like an office building that I don't know what that decorator was thinking.
Do you mean much jaundice when you say MJ, where he's got the yellow eyes and he's smoking the cigar? Oh,
I know. I'm like, is he okay?
He's not. Who's thriving? Pippen is thriving.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I was more so a Scottie fan than I was a Jordan fan.
I was too.
Because I felt like he never got his just due. Because there would not be 6 championships without Scottie.
No, there wouldn't be. There wouldn't be 3 without Scottie. And I'll say this: it wasn't Batman and Robin. It was Jordan was Superman and Pippen was Batman who never got credit.
Yep.
He was the human one.
Yeah, everybody loves Superman.
Right.
Half of Gotham hates Batman.
Right, but Batman's the one out there doing the work. Where's the trigger? So Tara's top.
Okay, so top 5, yes.
All right, let's go.
Go ahead.
You drop Adventures in Babysitting.
So as an honorable mention. We said honorable mention.
That made my list. I love that movie. I also heard y'all mention Wayne's World.
Well, no, we both slept on Wayne's World.
Okay, so
we both forgot that one. We both forgot it.
Can quote that movie all day. But then
excellent.
The obvious one, and this may be for the more sensitive souls, Chicago.
The musical.
And here's why. Here's why. If you are a fan of any musicals, you know how difficult they are to adapt for screen. Many have tried and failed.
So
Cats with the butthole edition, no. It did something that most musicals can't do. Transferred it to this big screen in a way that made it make sense to where it's not people just bursting into song in the middle of the street.
Austin felt the corporate.
It ended up sweeping the Oscar.
Ty, I'll give you the black keys for free, my man.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones did all of that movie pregnant.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
So Chicago.
Wow, they couldn't have made that. Did they make it in Texas? Sorry. Did they make it?
She really didn't want to. They made her. This was for my mom while you were sleeping.
That's Chicago?
Yeah.
Is that Sandra Bullock?
Love letter to Chicago. Actually, she works at the L train. That's her job.
That's right, Sandra Bullock. That's right.
Who's that girl? Full circle. All
right, the last one, I did not know it was in Chicago, but I've watched this movie probably a dozen times. I did not find out it was made in Chicago until today. Goldie Hawn's Wildcats.
Scary!
Wildcats.
Oh.
Also known
with the young Kurt Russell, the young Wesley Snipes.
Woody Harrelson's
the quarterback.
Harrelson.
Wesley Snipes.
By the way, nobody realizes White Men Can't Jump.
Sinbad?
Direct sequel to Wildcats because Wesley's the running back and Woody's the quarterback.
But I read today that was actually filmed at a high school in the south side of Chicago.
There you go.
My honorable mention is going to
Blues Brothers.
no, that's for you. My honorable mention is A League of Their Own.
Wow. Deep
Because
track.
they
wow, okay. You brought it. You brought it today.
Yeah, the
Wrigley.
tryouts were filmed at Wrigley Field, and the team he played on was Racine? No.
The Chicago Vaginas.
It's a small town, probably about an hour outside of Chicago.
It was Racine. It was Racine.
Yeah. So, and another one, it's a holiday one, so I didn't count it.
What?
Christmas Vacation.
See, we talked Vacation 1.
We talked the original Vacation, but and the Christmas Vacation is widely considered the second best vacation in the series. Yes, that's a great list, actually. That's a really great list. Let's see what I was trying to think if I missed one in there somewhere. We did say The Fugitive. I didn't
kill my wife. I don't care.
I don't care. Fucking, hey man, Tommy Lee Jones. That's another one. Can't do no wrong.
Who apparently is the most grumpiest guy in Hollywood.
Well, he's lived.
But you know what?
Life, so
I could see that. I could see that. Like, and that he's another one of them actors that you don't see any roles of him younger than 70.
Right.
He always looks. Him and Morgan Freeman. The only thing you got Morgan.
Women and other, Botox and facial. Whatever Tommy Lee Jones is doing is what we all need to do. He looks the same for 40 years.
Little known fact, when he did The Fugitive, he was 21 years old.
Fresh graduate from film school.
That's right. He was just coming up in the business.
He was Harrison.
He's the only 21-year-old.
Okay.
Exactly.
There's no point in me being here. You guys are riffing so hard. I might as well check out now.
No.
Tara, hang on, Ty. Tara had a really
Weird Science was the other one.
Weird
Science was the other one.
I think any John Hughes movie.
It's always Chicago, right?
So that includes 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink,
Ferris Bueller,
Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller.
We're leaving a lot out. Home Alone was John Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, Ty, this woman on her first ever trip to Chicago hit the cycle. She got it all. She got a drunk black midget crossing the street, swaying. Help me out here. What else did you hit?
A woman having her kids taken away from her in the street and put in the back of a cop car.
In front of Second City.
A young trans teenager.
Oh, hang on.
Before
we finish, can you please tell the Tina Turner boy story?
Yes. So it was a young trans teen. We're on the subway, hustling and bustling.
It's called the L train.
It's a full car, and the doors open, and they announce themselves as "Kill White Crackers" when they come on the show. And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good." And I look at him and I'm like, "There's one right here." Then,
well, describe the guy. The man, the young lady.
Had to be maybe 15, 16.
5, 6.
Wiry, shorter, but very muscular.
Very Russell Westbrook.
Had their hair wrapped up nicely in a bonnet.
Sequin dress.
It wasn't sequin. It was a velour dress, like a little mini dress. Okay. And flip-flops, and came on, and then just proceeded to walk up and down the car, getting in people's faces.
Looking for white guys.
Looking for a
white
fight.
Guys.
Finds this poor couple on their honeymoon or just taking a trip, and gets in the guy's face and is like, "Is this your bitch? Oh, is this your bitch?" And like they're trying to ignore, but right here. And finally he just goes, "No, this is my wife, actually."
That's a great Eddie Murphy white guy voice. Actually, this is my wife.
So we did call Dewan about it, and Dewan said that I ended up saving you on that one. She wouldn't mess with us.
Hang on. Look, there were out of the 5 white guys she walked past, there was one she didn't talk to. Now, my boy Dewan Ty says it's due to her because often she's confused for Latina, and Dewan's thought process was she saw a Latina a very Affleck J-Lo vibe going, knew who would be the power player and walked right by, never even looked at
Yeah,
her.
she comes up and asks if I'm your bitch. I'm like, he's my bitch, bitch. We saw a lot of great personality in Chicago. I felt very alive.
We had a great, I sent Ty a picture of me flicking off the Trump Tower the night we got in.
Yeah. I saw I lived that trip through you guys vicariously. I liked you guys' pictures. I miss Chicago sometimes, but I miss more so my family, of course, but the food. And when the weather is nice, it's one of the best cities to fucking be in. I mean, Lakeshore Drive is still has the skyline, the Chicago skyline is
Chef's
the only one I'll put above it is New York. That's the only one I'll put above it.
But it's neck and neck depending on the season.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. Hey, and I'm telling you, I still feel like a little kid anytime I go downtown. Like I love downtown Chicago. It's awesome. But yeah, you guys got a lot in. Did you get pizza? You got pizza, of course. Where'd you go?
We
went to Giordano's.
Giordano's.
Yes, good choice.
And we actually really went hard with the seafood. We had the best sushi we've ever had.
At Shaw's.
We had oysters at a couple spots. So that was fun. I think walking away, that was probably my favorite.
I tell people the difference.
At one point, we were at Al's Beef, and I said, "Do you guys have oysters?" They said, "No," and I go, "Oh, shucks."
Hilarious.
Don't encourage that.
They get it. They
Kara broke up with me when I said that. But tell them about your Al's Beef religious experience.
Oh, it was great. We got a little bit of everything and ate it all. And
you get the Maxwell Street Polishes?
Shortly before we started this recording, we were talking about being older in Vegas and how that kind of changes. In Chicago, before every meal, we sat down and I had to take Lactaid because I'm Native American and we don't process lactose at all. And he has to take medicine for his stomach ulcers to make sure that he doesn't die.
Irish.
So I was like, wow, we're really living.
You got, but here's the thing.
What about
y'all went in like responsible adults. Like, we're gonna party, but we're gonna do this with the ability to get together tomorrow and still enjoy the day.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's a very fair way to do it. Did you get the Maxwell Street Polishes, the hot dogs?
No, we didn't. We did do a Chicago.
You weren't ready for the
Chicago dog yet.
sausage cycle.
No, I wasn't.
And I always tell people the difference between because both pizza, New York pizza and Chicago pizza are really good. I say the difference between Chicago deep dish and thin crust New York is it's a meal with the Chicago one.
One slice, yeah.
Yeah, like you can carry a slice of New York and pizza and you got energy to go do things. You eat deep dish, it's like, okay, so we're getting together tomorrow, right? Because we're good tonight.
I think that's very indicative of the people. Exactly. New Yorkers are on the move, ready to never stop, never sleep. You can eat and go. Chicagoans, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna enjoy.
And I just want to say for the record, Ty, I didn't cry at Wrigley Field. You cried at Wrigley Field. That wasn't me crying at Wrigley Field. His Yankees took Rizzo from me.
Oh, that's right. That's right, y'all did.
And took Joey Gallo from you.
And not only did y'all take him, y'all got him to do something the Cubs couldn't. He got vaccinated for y'all. He wouldn't.
Well, shit, it's amazing how much money helps you make certain decisions and shit. I honestly, I never understood people who do that. And they say, well, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't believe in not being vaccinated. Get vaccinated, you should. But if you're going to protest being vaccinated and say, I'm not going to go, let it be a minimum wage job to where it's not really, but who's turning down millions of dollars? Who's doing that? Come on, man, stop.
I just read that one of the top, I don't know.
Cam Newton?
Well, yeah, Cam Newton wouldn't get vaccinated either.
So they traded him to.
No, he's still floating around.
It's Cam Newton's a free agent because he won't get vaccinated.
One of the management staff, high up at some team, and I'm so sorry. I hate when people mention it and can't give me the facts.
We hate it too.
But he resigned today because he wouldn't get the vaccine.
And
this is probably at least a 6-figure job that he's walking away from. He was VP of something.
So a team,
yeah.
Now think about that. All because you heard something from somebody that still can't be proven, and you just believe what the person said who said something.
Well, Ty, it affects your DNA and restructures the RNA of the DNA. And we've heard.
I don't even know what the fuck. When people say that shit, I'm always like, hold up. Do me a favor, draw me with the DNA strand, draw that for me. Draw it if you can draw me what DNA looks like, and then we can talk what it looks like when it's restructured.
Well,
I just don't get it.
Something I was going to say earlier about the DNA restructuring thing is the same people who bring that up are the same people who will take any pill handed to them at a music festival.
Yeah. Who's that? I saw a really funny meme that said I'm not going to put anything foreign in my body, and then the next one said, bro, you did Molly off of the floor.
Yeah, right.
Took Molly off of the fucking floor.
Dropped your Coke on the floor and snorted it off the tile. Don't talk.
Exactly.
First of all, don't tell my stories. Don't tell my stories.
Hey, did you guys go to a blues club or anything while you're in Chicago?
We did. Yeah, we actually went to the House of Blues. It was right across the river from where we were staying. So we went there and we almost shut it down, honestly. It was really fun.
And about a year from now, I can tell the real story of what went down there.
Hilarious.
I'm getting pinched hard.
Is there a statute of limitations? Is statute of limitations?
Yes, very much, very much. But before we go, will you pitch the sitcom to Ty, please?
After y'all had y'all's show earlier, I emerged from my den and I said, sounds like y'all had a good time. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna have a sitcom.
I was riding it, Ty.
And I said, oh, okay. And I was like, what's it gonna be about? And we started pitching it, and I think mine won. So it's a reboot of Perfect Strangers, but
love the show.
It's ongoing.
Sam is from Africa. He's a distant cousin from Africa. He was adopted, comes here, and you've never met him before. So it's going to be a cool juxtaposition. He's going to be foreign, but white. You're based American. You're black, based in Chicago. Y'all can thank me at the Emmy.
All right. Well,
years.
All right. Then we got to get it. We got to get to writing, bro. We got to get to writing.
I got you.
Let's put it together. I like that. All right. Cool. Then I got to. I'm playing the straight man. Do I play the straight man?
Yes. Absolutely. I got to work on a weird Andy Kaufman accent, I guess. As faux pas that is these days.
Okay.
Hey, how come this straight man from Perfect Strangers never went on to do anything? And it was only what was his name?
Belky.
I'm your Belky, Ty. That's what I'm trying to say.
Belky was the comic guy, right? Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
But Mark something is the other guy. I saw. You know what? The last time I saw him in something significant was an episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, we saw him in a movie playing like a coke dealer.
Yeah. So no, he went on to a couple things, but yeah, that's the last thing I saw on television wise. But even, the show was such a real. How many seasons was that? Was it like 3 or 4 seasons?
Like 3, like nothing.
Watch, it would have been 1. We're all blowing it up bigger in our head than it really was.
No, hey, listen. Here's the beauty of today and it being literally hundreds of channels. There's a home for that show. Yeah. There's a home for the show. Somewhere there's a home for that show.
Yeah,
we just got to write.
The show came on in the hotel, and I was like, "How is this still on? I just don't get it."
It was Blossom, and there will be a for our new Perfect Strangers. Mm-hmm. Ty, where can people see you soon?
Actually, if you're in Vegas, you can see me in Vegas this week. I'm here at the Comedy Cellar at the Rios. I've been here since Monday. I'm here till Sunday night. You can see me there. You can catch the podcast, Critical and Thinking, with myself and Ian Harris, anywhere you find podcasts, iTunes, Google, Stitch, all of that type stuff. The website is comediantybarnett.com, which has links to all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm trying TikTok, man. I'm trying.
I set up an account. I don't know what to do. Ty, what do I do with it?
Hey man, I don't know. I'm not doing any dances, and I'm not climbing no fucking milk crates, bro. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Like TikTok, you need so much time.
How long are the videos supposed to be?
They're short.
You can make some that are short, but I think you can go even longer with them, like, a couple minutes, but that's a whole nother thing. But the ones you can do instantly are 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 60 seconds.
Oh, I got that.
Because what's hard for me is pretending that I'm interested in doing something all the time. That's very hard for me. Like I can do things that I enjoy, but the shit where I'm like, hey, look at how I'm eating this bagel. Like that's not me, bro. That's not fucking me. So, but yeah, you can find me there. And yeah, if you're in Vegas this week, come by the Comedy Cellar. Got jokes.
Go see Ty. Go see Ty. Follow his podcast, Critical and Thinking with Ian Harris. Comedian TyBarnett.com. He's one of our favorite guests.
Absolutely.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Almost forgot the web series that's out there on YouTube that you could find. It's called "This Is the Bullshit I'm Talking About."
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be it. This is Tara
Thanks
Brown.
for fitting us in. I know you had a busy
He's
day.
about to go
Thank
he's
you
about to go
so
headlines.
much. That's right.
Now Sam did me a solid earlier, so I had to return the favor. Well, actually, he returned the favor because yes, is that how it was? You asked me. He asked me.
I think I begged for your approval.
Stop.
And
He
then
asked me
said,
to do
and then
the
you
show.
called me and said, "Quit begging, just come on my show tomorrow." And then
It really was that simple. It was like he asked me to do the show, and I wasn't gonna do my show earlier today, and I said, you know what, fuck it, let me see if Sam's available. So he came through for me. So thank you both. I appreciate it.
Ty, this has been so much fun. For Tara Brown, I'm Sam Slade. That's been Ty Barnett. Follow him, go see him live. Ty, I'll catch up with you later, buddy. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
For coming on, man.
All right.
You're one of our
Thank you
favorites.
both. Take care.
Goodbye.
Keep fighting.
Home.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
That's right. All right.